Okay, so for Benny, Inventrix and Torgate. For anthracite, it's the reactor. I didn't see the second corp. And for
Unimine was the second court.
okay, thank you, Trent. And for LambTree was Saturn and Mining Guild.
Looks like a Saturn hand with Vesta and AMC, and it looks like a Tractor hand for Anthracite.
Yeah.
AI Central for Benny. Gotta be happy to see that.
Yeah,
But
so it's
no development.
nothing else. So maybe we will see that common problem. All the card draw in the world, no money to support it.
Yeah, man, it feels like that happened to someone in their last game.
Yeah. Let's say LambTree is taking all the good cards. It feels that LambTree has the straightforward decision here. Vesta, Indentured Worker, Scalp, AMC. I didn't see the other picks. Anthracite probably taking. He's thinking about biomass. I don't think it's a buy here.
I think Anthracite is trying to piece together something from this garbage hand. There's not much to do. Really, it's a rip the business contacts and pray kind of hand here.
Yeah. Oh, we are echoing again. Just 1 second. I don't know why I thought I managed to get that problem fixed. Yeah, then it's on you, Villa. You should mute one. I muted myself on stream. It's important that you can hear thread. Okay, so LambTree made his selection. I'm not surprised. He had a straightforward selection. Benny is calculating, I assume, that how can he get this AI Central on. I feel that's his biggest concern here. And he's maybe thinking, is he even doing that? But I don't see what else he could do.
Well, I think the obvious picks are coming, right? He's going to take AI Central, he's going to take Algae, and I think he'll take GHG as well because of the science tag as well. He also needs to consider if Plantation is something he's interested in. Oh, or he's going to think Thorgate and go Giant Space Mariner and Power. Nice, that's an interesting line. It does make it so it's going to be a little harder to play some of your other cards like Algae and GHG Bacteria early, but Anthracite's in the game. I'm sure GHG Bacteria will come online pretty quick.
Yeah, but if he does this, it feels a bit better, to be honest, to me as well. But the problem here is he's losing that one science tag, or he's paying it 14 because fusion power. He gets fusion power. He otherwise don't have, but he pays too much for it. But on the other hand, if he's Storgate, it's fine because it gives him more heat, more energy, which can be heat. And if he gets oxygen bumper, he's very happy.
If he gets oxygen bumper, he's happy, but I don't agree that it's okay Storgate, it goes to heat when you have AI Central. That might not be what you want. You want
Yeah, of course. But if AI is not playable for a while, which might happen, right? Fusion power is the only tag which is playable right away, and he needs 2 more. So it is a big question. So it depends on the next drafts, I feel.
I personally would go Inventrix. Obviously, he gets super rewarded if he finds an oxygen bumper, but the extra science tag towards AI and the 3-card draw could save him. And Algae and GHG are great consolation prizes as Inventrix as well.
Yeah, I agree. And you also draw 3 cards more. So if he gets lucky and high rolls, like he's bailed out. Otherwise, this is very weak in general. So you don't want to buy many cards here. So maybe going light hand with Inventrix and gambling to wait, but then you might lose too much time. it is very hard to make the correct call here. But both lines are viable. I guess it just gets down to what you get next. Personally, I will do everything to get this AI down as soon as possible. And I wouldn't do mega energy production, but I mean, this is also a thing which is, I guess, less risky, but much lower ceiling.
Yeah, higher floor and lower ceiling is definitely the way to describe a Thorgate start here.
Yeah. So Aspirin says only ceiling counts, so take AI. Only winning counts, so take the ceiling, and I agree with that assessment.
Ugh, I do not like white here. That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, and carbonate colonizer as well, because it is too much. Like, he will be poor with Torgate as well. I don't see this as a viable pick. I would personally pick Plantation from this and Algae, definitely, because you will have Plantation playable. My pick,
Plantation does make sense, though the real reason that I would take Plantation is because I'm thinking I could maybe take Gardener, and I don't think I'm taking Gardener with this hand.
yeah, true, but I mean, it's a tag, it's a greenery. If you get AI early on, you will draw, maybe you will draw something for plants. We don't know that obviously, but I think the most sensible pick here is taking the light hand with Inventrix, like taking the maybe even only the science tags, and that's it. So only 3 cards. Maybe Algae, but maybe you can dish that as well. And then
I'd
go
take
for the
Algae over
best.
Fusion Power for sure as Inventrix. Like, Fusion Power is fine, but it's so hard to play. It's so hard to play. I would take Giant Space Mirror because you need the power for AI Central anyway. So I would just take that if I were going to be Inventrix.
Yeah, the problem is losing the tags. I mean, you're right, because to play Fusion Power, you need to play 2 tags before it, so it's tricky.
I think if I were piloting this, I'd go Inventrix with Plantation, GHG, AI Central, and Giant Space Mirror. And that's probably it. You could debate Colonizer, but I think I'd skip Colonizer too. And then just hope to get bailed out by the 3-card draw on Science to get a game plan going. Otherwise, you're kind of in trouble.
Yeah, he went like midway. Um, Also, I will try something here. I will try to get. Okay, he gets card.
Whoa, SP Ocean with that hand?
Mm,
Wow, those are good cards you got though, but
yeah,
surprising.
yeah, very. I will try to switch. You can tell me if it is fine to switch windows so people on Twitch see better. So anthracite fired off business contacts, which is completely reasonable in his case because this hand is pretty unplayable.
Oh yeah, this is always going to be his turn 1 play. Definitely optimal air breaking has the biggest upside. Now it's just a
Yeah,
question of, does he want deep well heating for power? to help him develop his carbonate, or is he just going to stick with space mirrors for that and maybe hope for the better point card in ICS now that he has optimal arrow breaking? But I don't see ICS being playable with this hand, truthfully.
I mean, second pick probably doesn't matter. I don't like deep well that much. It is. I mean, it goes towards the hit play. I guess you can take it and maybe hope for builder, although that's a far-fetched. All cards are weak for him. All the other three. Skylark, again, you're sounding like Donovan. I don't know why that happens.
Better?
Now it's better.
Nice. Yeah, no one's doing well. It's like completely not obvious who's off to the best start. Well, I mean, it's obvious who's off to the worst start, but like.
Can you tell me, because sorry, I didn't see what anthracite had the first. I should switch on LambTree. I didn't see the second card he picked.
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
Yeah, sorry. I was distracted.
I think it's pretty clear that LambTree has the best start, though I don't know if he kind of squandered it with that random SP Ocean, but he got good cards, so
yeah, he got good
maybe
cards
not
from that.
punished so much, but
okay, he took what we said. It's probably the best. Benny developed 7 prod. I feel everybody will pass now. I don't see what anthracite is doing. Okay, let's put it all again.
Ooh,
so
algae, that's great.
Yeah, pretty clear pick. Anthracite has interesting cards, but neither of these are liked by him, I feel.
Anthracite cursing the fact he doesn't have the Jovian tag right now.
Yeah.
He'd love to play that.
And Benny snapped pick media, so it's completely reasonable. So both LambTree and Benny had great top deck and pretty easy pick in this pack. Since anthracite is passing to Benny, I feel he will pick strip mine. Strip mine will be actually great for Benny, I think.
Yeah, I think you'd take the strip mine here. I wouldn't call it great for Benny because Benny's only at 25 mega credits, so he couldn't play it till Gen 3. But still,
it's
got a lot
still
of energy.
fine. Yeah, it's still fine, I think. I would definitely play it if he passes it, but I don't think he will. Yeah, reasonable. So now,
I assume he's going to take the advanced ecosystems here, but passing physics complex to 7 energy Thor gate would be interesting, especially since it helps the AI central.
Yeah, and LambTree got cartel.
Does
which
he care about cartel though? He has
no,
0
he doesn't.
Earth tags.
Yeah, he probably don't want to pass it to anthracite, who is the reactor.
He cut physics complex. That's really the right thing to do.
Yeah, he doesn't know, but I mean, don't pass cartel to the reactor this early. Why would you do that? Benny picked area, so I guess it's a reasonable pick as well. He cut physics complex. Benny got a great card.
Well, I mean, physics complex was great for Benny too.
Yeah, sure. I mean, anthracite had he is mad already. Look at his chat. Yeah.
Yeah, not the cards you're looking for.
Yeah, Anthracite basically had 3 cut cards. I assume he won't buy anything. And like LambTree got Beam, the 3rd pick. That's interesting. I would even play that. Why not?
Oh, Saturn? Yeah, I'd play Beam.
Yeah, this is so bad for Anthracite already. I mean, not that LambTree or Benny are having something amazing at the moment, at least. Benny might develop something amazing, but LambTree just got Articology, which is great. I think it's worth playing Beam here. Like, you control heat as well, and you have Articology. You're basically.
Yeah, but just imagine how good Beam would have been if he hadn't SP'd that ocean.
Yeah. Yeah, he's typing that he's not sure if Beam is good. I feel it's reasonable because he doesn't have card draw and he doesn't, like, what else is he doing? He can Articology move. I mean, he can start SPing oceans. I guess that's fine because he has Kelp as well.
I
But
mean,
then
play the imported hydrogen, right?
yeah, sure. But I mean, in the sense that he wants some heat as well.
I think Beam's a no-brainer here, and I'm thinking that you can even afford it if you do investment loan here.
Yeah. I think, yeah. I mean, that's hard to imagine what he's typing, but let's see. I think he got almost everything he needs now. He just needs more oceans, and that's it. He's like set. He has Kelp, he has Articology. He's looking very strong. Anthracite buying 0 and passing. So sad. And he will pass as well, I guess. Developing Articology here is good, yeah.
I
And
like Beam more here than Arcticology.
I think he didn't have the money for Beam.
I think he did with investment loan.
He's at 30, I think. I'm not sure.
What are these cards for Anthracite?
Oh my god. Again cutting. Benny snap picking Ecozone. A bit weaker pack for LambTree this time. I assume he will pick Industrial Center.
Really? He
Yeah.
doesn't have a city though. I would really consider the Mangrove if I were him.
I think Mangrove is late. I think even Herbivores might be even better with his plans set up.
Yeah, you
But
got a Beam. You got Thorgate with 7 heat prod right now. I would think the heat would go pretty quick here. But Industrial Center's fine.
I mean, you can pick any of these 3 cards. I don't think it will be important that much. Anthracite is picking Lake.
I think Lake is reasonable, given
It
that
is reasonable.
again, 7 heat prod, you have optimal air braking in your hand, you hope the heat's gonna go fast. Take the Lake.
Okay, he picked Herbies. I think it's reasonable, but it's like play for the future, like in 4 generations even. I think Anthracite probably picks Sabotage here. He might pick mine as well. It's fine.
I don't think Anthracite can afford to play Sabotage on someone here.
Yeah, I mean, not now, but later. LambTree picking Antigrav, which is reasonable, not to pass that. Benny picking Mangrove, also reasonable with his hit. What is interesting, we saw 0 science cards, I think, apart from Antigrav, obviously, but like playable science cards.
Physics Complex.
Oh, Physics Complex, yeah. But I don't count that as playable. It would be for Benny, obviously. But usually it's not. Anthracite is afraid that he will get sabled.
Sign of respect.
LambTree skipping anti-grav, which is reasonable. Anthracite is buying Industrial Center, also reasonable. Benny, I feel that he will buy 3 cards, yes. So I'm not sure actually about Media Archives because it's too early, but it is usually paid off.
Media Archives is one of those cards I find often is not worth the upfront cost, but sometimes it works out for you.
Yeah, I mean, he has Media Group, I guess he's inclined to play events if he gets them. So I think it's fine, and it's usually net positive, but this early on when you don't have cash, I don't know. He bought 3 Saturn, is buying 3 as well. Not sure about CEOs, but it's reasonable. It's usually a very cheap point, so
I think they can still afford Beam. If they buy 3, that should be their priority this gen's playing
yeah,
Beam.
definitely, I agree. So let's see how much cash he has. He has 30 plus 12, 42. Now he has 21 plus. Yeah, he can.
Vinny's just gonna pass again here, I think. Nothing for him to do right now.
Yeah, I feel that as well. Yeah, in the end, it seems that Inventrix would work out horribly for him because he wouldn't get a science tag. But I mean, you can't know that.
Your 3 cards that you drawn would have been imported hydrogen and bushes, which would have been
Yeah, imported
good.
hydrogen. Yeah, it would be good. Imported hydrogen bushes, and I didn't remember the third.
And maybe it shifts the draft so that you get physics complex now. Yeah, you know, all
Yeah.
things can change.
Yeah, I agree. LambTree can't AMC anybody. I think that Beam now makes sense. Imported hydrogen is a conversion though, which is something to consider.
It's always Beam here. Anything else is a misplay. I will go that like black and white on it.
I also think Beam should be the play here. Because every gen that you don't develop Beam, like it costs you, and you're even Saturn, you will get at least that 1 cash as well off. I mean, it's not that important when the card costs 32, right? But it helps in any case.
He's looking at anthracite. Don't randomly sabotage anthracite. The poor guy's had enough in this game.
The respect is real. He's thinking he might have Earth Cat. Imagine if he does that. Poor anthracite. Okay. Yes, play it, LambTree.
You know, he's seeing that he has 1 mega credit to spare.
Yeah, even that, it's so funny. Oh my god. Let's see if he does that. We are watching this and broadcasting this for Anthracite's raid chat, of course. That's the best content we can get. No.
Don't. You could do it on the titanium. No, you can't. He's gotta.
No.
I mean, he still could, but he can't place the ocean there. This is a mistake.
I mean, it's okay, but I feel that Beam is better.
I think he even put the ocean and the greenery in the wrong place.
Yeah, I think I would put it on the elbow and then convert right, and then you can walk. Now he lost at least 4 rebates with this. Assuming he will get more greeneries there.
I think it's fine where he placed it. It's probably not like ideal, but it's also not a mistake. A bit scared you could lose Gardener. Like, I mean, if Anthracite wants to SP 3 times for Gardener, like, that he's dead, right?
Yeah, and he can do it now anyway, right? This one greenery don't get Gardener.
Right. That was Beam was the obvious play there. Why buy Beam if you're not going to play Beam is kind of my question to everybody.
Yeah, now even next gen, if Beam is played next gen, it's becoming. Okay, sorry, I again didn't switch.
Restricted area is great. He's passing to anthracite, so anthracite's gonna have to cut the ore processor. IO mining, getting past the Benny probably, and so
Yeah,
being cut. NRA for Benny, insane. He's got all these plant tags.
yeah. So obvious picks. Anthracite will probably just cut mass converter, and Benny will have to cut IO, and I mean they're happy with that. Benny's passing to anthracite, so I assume anthracite will pick greenhouses. Nobody has steel prod, so I guess that it's not that dangerous. Oh no, Benny is passing to LambTree, Gen 4, sorry.
Yep, so anthracite's gonna cut ore processor, and so Benny's gonna get robotic workforce, which is a science tag, but I guess he can copy fusion power for more power.
Mm.
I think you gotta cut the IO here. You gotta respect Saturn enough that in a slow game like this, where no one's really got anything, that you can't really allow.
Yeah, and anything else don't matter.
Oh
here.
no, that Nitro Moss is a little too slow, even with Eco Zone and NRA. I think.
Yeah, but he has enough, right? Already. Not
Between
playable,
plantation, Eco Zone,
yeah,
advanced
Nitro...
ecosystems, yeah.
Yes, but Nitro Moss is not playable either, right? He can't get.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. I would not pick it here. Passing
No,
IO is a mistake.
I also think that. Like if he was rich, I would understand this pick, but
Oh boy. Saturn just got a big boost.
yeah, and he has card draw now.
You know the worst part here? Anthracite's looking at that space elevator, and he might be thinking that I got the mine, I got nothing else to do, let's go for it, and then he'll get AMC'd.
Yeah, Aspirin just said, and I wanted to say that as well, delaying being is paying off now. And I agree, now you don't want hit at all. You just draw everything and like get huge production. Imagine if Anthracite just play space elevator into mine and gets AMC. I mean, that would be horrendous.
Could he enter their aspirin? I think he could with investment loan, right?
I'm not sure. We'll check. But it's like 73
He'd have one mega
cash.
credit, then he'd be at 21, so he'd be at 22. He'd have.
I think he's not even close.
Then 28 with the titanium. He'd get be at 31 with the mega credit production. So 31, yeah, he would not be able to get it. He'd be at 38 with before buying IO. That's what I'm saying, Aspirin. I can imagine Anthracite playing elevator here and then getting AMC'd.
And now getting sabotaged as well, maybe from LambTree because he thinks he might ever get into something. That would also be hilarious. He's thinking way too much about this, I guess, because I mean, I'm not sure that Space Elevator is great for him. And the other thing, okay, he said, I don't think Elevator wins me this game.
Yeah, I would agree. I don't think it does. But I also don't think Shuttles wins you this game.
Yeah, I mean, Shuttles gets to Benny, so it's not that dangerous. I mean, it's playable, I guess, and it might be fine, but I would consider cutting shuttles from the guy who has Articology and his Saturn. So, and you passed IO mining. I mean, I assume that he expects that Benny cut IO mining from Saturn, but still. I don't think Space Elevator is playable by any of them. Like, Benny won't do it in any case. Even if he had, like, efficient building. Like, he has mining area, but it's still good. Anthracite might buy 0 again, which is so
He
fun.
might. Shuttles is worth considering, though, I think.
Yeah, but still, it's pretty weak. But he doesn't have a plan. I don't know what is he doing.
Wow,
Just
Saturn's not gonna buy IO?
Why?
That seems wrong to me.
Yeah, same. I mean, okay, LambTree like made, I don't know why. I don't.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. What will you draw from restricted, and what economy you will use for that draw, right? Because he's not that rich.
His economy's fine, but
It's not even close. Like he needs Gen 11 game and IO and everything if he wants card draw into winning on VP here. Like it's fine compared to the other two guys, but their economy is horrendous. Like
he's banking on playing AMC, but why not just get the guaranteed 2 titanium prod, 3 mega credit production, your Saturn.
Yeah, that's
and the multiplier, because your Jovian tags aren't that good without the multipliers.
Yeah. I don't understand that, to be honest. Yeah, I agree with Aspirin here. So MC in hand, with MC in hand, I was a lock for miner as well because it's like 6 production in titanium. Okay, you will probably spend all that in titanium, but I don't think they will get mineral prod. And also, you probably target landlord with Articology, but I mean, we know that won't be probably that easy because Benny has an array. It depends when he will play it, obviously. And for anthracite here, literally buying 0 makes sense. Yeah, he did that. So LambTree is playing first. Let's see what he does. I assume
You better
sabotage
play
anthracite.
restricted
No.
and then beam. That's my feeling.
He doesn't have enough for beam.
Investment loan. Ooh, mass converter. That's pretty good.
Can I hear HET back? No, my sir, you made your choices. I don't know what is anthracite doing. Like,
I mean, this is just the classic problem of a garbage hand. Though I would have probably taken the heat. I mean, yeah, he might lose out on the heat prod, but
it doesn't matter.
take
Like,
the
he
TR when
is
can.
losing. Yeah, but he will lose it. He might not because he's playing first next gen. because Benny will take one bomb here. Or maybe he greeds it to take two. Benny copying the heat. Well, he doesn't
Yeah,
have
I
anything
mean,
else.
it
Yeah,
makes
I mean,
perfect sense. Fusion power is not a bad copy at all.
yeah. But he's doing the heat and the card draw thing, assuming he will get card draw.
So again, I would investment loan here. The longer you wait on the heat, the worse it is. You bought beam, you should play beam. I would have played IO this gen instead of restricted area, but hey.
Oh, anthracite. He's hating this game so much.
Yeah, pretty obvious AI Central. I agree with anthracite.
Yeah.
It does look slow, but speaking of looking slow, yeah.
Anthracite telling somebody is slow. That's so funny. This game, of course. I don't think.
No, not SP Greenery. Come on.
Like he won't play now. Beam is not worth playing anymore.
I'd still play it.
I mean, if he's SPing the greenery, then Gen 5 Beam is just
Yes,
trash.
I agree. If he SPs a Greenery here, then just give up on the beam. You shouldn't have bought it.
I mean, Anthracite can still take his Gardener. He must SP, like, if you want to SP now, you must be prepared to SP next gen as well. Right? Because Anthracite has enough cash to counter you. We don't know if he does that, but I don't like this. Like, you
I
have
just
Kelp
feel
in
like
the
your
hand.
start is strong enough that you shouldn't be SPing here.
Anything,
That's just so slow.
Yeah. Yeah, he would do it already. See, Benny. He's playing Plantation on the card. And I guess mining area. He got an NRB. That's garbage. Why would you play it? Mining area is fine.
Yeah, now Anthracite is completely puzzled as to how on earth he got beam and it's not playing it. I agree with Anthracite.
Yeah. I mean, he still looks better than Anthracite because Anthracite is having nothing. But still, I mean, you have Arctic algae and you have kelp, and oceans are at 2. So it's not. I don't see a sense in SPing greeneries here, just to take Gardener.
Yeah. I mean, I think SP Gardener is wrong for LambTree to do. You had such a great Jovian setup. I would have just kept going that route.
More colorable cards for Anthracite.
Well, Animals is pretty good when someone develops Plant Prod.
Yeah, but it's completely whatever. Does he help him? No.
I think Lava Flows is wrong there. I think he should have taken Power Infrastructure as Thorgate.
Yeah. Because he will start drawing cards. Maybe
Right.
he
You
wants
got
to hold
10.
a hit.
You got
Yeah.
10 prod. You can go ahead and just start using it for money now.
Research here makes sense. Asteroid is fine, but he wish anti-grav again. Look at this. He's getting all the science tags now. I assume anthracite picks. Wow, power infrastructure might wheel if he doesn't pick it. And
I
he's
think
baffled.
Anthracite's shook that he did not
Yeah.
take power infrastructure.
Yeah, he's baffled by that. But if he doesn't cut it, LambTree might be like blind to that and it wheels to Benny, which would be hilarious.
I think in Anthracite's position, you take what's best for you.
Yeah, I agree with sitting around here. I don't understand livestock. The best animal. Benny with hot takes. I mean, livestock is fine, I guess. It's pretty okay with all this crap.
It's okay.
But power plant, more heat, more energy, more everything.
More money. More money. Assuming power infrastructure comes back, I didn't see what LambTree took there.
I didn't see either. It would be so funny if it does. Then he has a perfect setup to get planner next gen, which is fine considering his position, I think.
Okay, cut the power infrastructure. Makes sense.
Yep.
So how many science tags does he have now? He's got the restricted area, he's got research, he's got gene repair, so that's 4, right?
Yeah.
So he's not quite able to play mass, but probably still worth taking just those 2.
He has it because he has adapted, I think. Yeah. But
I'm
it
not
would
playing
be horrible.
adapted for mass converter.
Yeah, I'm just saying that he technically has all the tags, but he's skipping gene. I don't think it's correct, to be honest. Yeah, for kelp you might play it. I agree. Like, imagine that if he SP the ocean instead of SPing greenery and then another one to convert. So gardener is still pretty safe and he can play kelp. And now he can play kelp actually. He didn't think about that because he's no, he can't. He's not inventories. It's a very weird game so far.
Yeah, SPing 2 oceans means you pay 9 more, but you get 2 more TR. Interesting question there, if that's better.
Yeah. I mean, if he stays, like, he can stay and wait for them to move the game, and he would be still fine if he played Beam and IO. He would have 5 MC Prod, he would have 4 in Titanium, and then he's just waiting for them to terraform and get kelp down and everything, and like, he's crushing the game. This has been really, really slowed him down with the best hand.
Yeah, agreed.
Ben is considering only asteroid. I guess it's reasonable. I would still buy power plant. I mean, it's. I don't know. I mean, I would buy it even for the sake of planner, right? He needs one more tag, right? Aspirin. I think he doesn't have 3. GG is not playable. I mean, if they rise, if he has bees, sure. I mean, if he does that, but I don't see why he would. Right? It's completely safe. The only thing it's not safe is if anthracite start doing that, but I don't see why he would. LambTree doesn't have the money for that. He has 22 MC.
Which
He
makes
has
it all the more baffling why he did it, but he still can do it. He just has the investment loan.
yeah, but then he can fund. I mean, if
Yeah, he can.
anthracite want to steal, then he will steal it.
Highlander,
So
he can definitely afford it. Do the math. Investment loan costs him 3. He's at 19. Then he gets 10, so he's at 29. He has piece of greenery next to the ocean. That
yeah,
gets him
he can
31
just
minus 23. It's 8 left. He can fund.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, he could fund even if he sells cards. Like, he can fund, but it's not efficient. It's not good. It's horrible.
It's horrible. I agree. Anthracite raises temperature now?
I don't understand that.
I don't either. Why not do it last gen?
He can't anymore.
Protected Valley. That's a better way to get your greenery than SPing it.
I wouldn't do that if I was Benny. I would probably just pass. Because if he doesn't, LambTree is taking. Okay, LambTree is taking planner then. I don't know if he sees that.
I think he sees it, but just can't be so slow, you know?
I mean, if anthracite SP is the gardener, what can you do? It is what it is. Just accept it. It's not even good for him. Like, it's not good even for anthracite. Where does he go? He doesn't get any rebates. I mean, you have free planner technically because you will probably buy 2 cards. I mean, if you buy 1 card and then you draw, you can get planner, right? It's much better than gardener. It's cheaper than
Yeah,
gardener.
I wouldn't rush out Gardener here. I mean,
He has so
just
many
with...
cards. Like, he has kelp, he has horticulture. Why would you SP greeneries in the first place? It's so. I mean, it's not logical to me at all. I understand his reasoning and I understand his concerns, but like, he should see if anthracite burns all his cash on SP Gardener, which would cost how much now? Like 70 cash almost, and then he's dead. Oh no! Oh no!
He can't even do it efficiently anymore because he spent 2 on restricted area.
He can do it with
Selling 2 cards? Like,
yeah, and then he's
just take the planner.
sorry, Ben is playing. I'm trying to switch for the people who are looking at this in Twitch. Yeah, now he loses plants, which he could convert before.
You can play Protected Valley as opposed to SPing it.
Yeah, Protect Valley is better. Next to Noctis probably, or next to on the elbow, so you get access to both. But like the rebates are so ruined, then it doesn't matter, I think.
That was a fast game. What am I missing, Highlander? Give me a recap here.
Many things. It's very hard because I don't know what most of them are doing. So let's see what LambTree will do now. So I will
He's
guide
playing
you through.
Protected Valley. Is what
Yeah.
he's doing.
So LambTree got in. He's afraid of Gardener because Anthracite has like 74 cash because he did nothing, and he was afraid that he will steal his Gardener, and then he SP'd twice to get Gardener, and he had Articology in hand, and also he skipped Io and Beam as Saturn. He has card draw. He had the best setup, and now it's hard to imagine. Benny had amazing hit prod, and he's waiting on AI Central. And the Anthracite has a dead hand completely.
Just a
Alright,
bad
so
hand.
now that Anthracite has played the Dome Crater, you
Yeah.
have to assume that he's going to take it right now, right? Double SP
Yeah.
greenery on the 2 plants there lets him get enough for the third, and then he'll get Gardener. So you're going to
Yeah.
have to now sell and claim since you've gone this route.
Yeah, now you need to sell to and claim even, so it's not.
Well,
It's pretty bad.
just goes to show you, like you can manipulate situations if you manage it correctly and force people to do things.
Yeah, LambTree did this to himself though. He had a safe planner. All he had to do was just pass, or
Yeah.
play Beam or IO, just the big cards, get his production up, and then just be happy with the planner milestone. If Anthracite SPs 3 greeneries or Gardeners, so be it. But
Yeah.
And he could have easy planner because Benny doesn't have it now. He will get it next gen. Like
Because he has
so
priority
Benny
next gen
plays
before him, right?
GHG here for sure, right? Yeah.
yeah, Benny's
I mean,
gonna
almost
GG.
assuredly, yeah.
Because Benny has AI Central, GG is a no-brainer
Yeah.
here.
He's going to need it active, and the GHG will get at least 1 point for him, right?
Yeah. I mean, now you must
So I
sell.
just got done. Yeah, he's got to sell at this point. So I just got done playing probably the most fun Robinson game I've played in a while, Thread. I was playing Robinson, but really, I was playing Ecoline. I started with Eco Experts in Farming and Trees. And I was like, ooh, which one do I go with? Very enjoyable game.
Cool.
Yeah, I got standard tech in the Gen 2 draft as my first pick. I just standarded all the oceans, converted all the greeneries, river walked everywhere. It was fun. I had 8 plant prod in Gen 4. It was sweet.
It's a pretty cool game. Yeah.
I know what Anthracite is doing now, though. He might
Yeah,
pass
this is a
again.
little weird. It feels like Anthracite's options are a little limited. Maybe stockpiling is just the best bet for him. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he did that so far. But he got nothing in the drafts. Very unfortunate game for him. But it is how it is, I guess.
I mean, I wouldn't worry about it. Anthracite plays bad draws all the time, right? So he's used to playing a bad draw and making it work. So I would not feel sorry for him in any way. He's probably got a plan to make it work.
Yeah, we will see.
I mean, like Anthracite plays bad hands better than mostly anybody I know. You know what I mean? So I think he's fine. I think he'll manage.
Still going for it. Alright.
I mean, technically, I'm not sure what else he can SP greenery. He can SP the ocean, and
So did Benny buy lava flows?
he didn't. He bought only asteroid.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm just
okay.
debating on if Aspirin's saying he could have played AI with power infrastructure here, and I don't.
I think he could definitely.
I
don't
think it was
he could.
possible with
I
his
think he
money,
should
right?
have taken power infrastructure. I just don't think he could have afforded it this gen.
Yeah, he couldn't buy asteroid, but he played
What a
asteroid as well.
hand! Research outpost, TG, big asteroid.
Yeah, and he took big asteroid.
It does look fancy, doesn't it? Does look fancy.
Let's see for. I mean, like.
I'm sad about that beam in his hand though. Like when is
Yeah.
beam ever coming down? That feels
It's
like a
never
bad
coming
purchase.
down. You could have played it Gen
It feels like
2,
a
I
bad
think,
purchase.
but he chose not to.
See, like Beam from a Thorium Asteroid is one of those cards where if you don't play it Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, it feels really bad. It feels super hard to actually make use of.
I'm not sure what Benny picks here. I mean, even Ironworks makes sense.
Yeah, honestly, Ironworks makes more sense than design microorganisms to me.
I mean, we're at the point where we're fighting for the double bump. So any O2 bumper to help with that battle is usually something that I would like to play.
Yeah, but he doesn't have it in any case because
It's
I mean,
not
he would
active.
have to SP.
No, he doesn't have the energy for
No,
it.
it's no. He has it, but the problem is he would have to SP or something. He doesn't have plans, so I think it's not for that. I mean, he has plans in the hand, so he will develop an array. But now he has a huge problem because he will have to float heat and he will have no money. So power infrastructure actually wins him the game probably pretty heavily here. And now he's in trouble.
Yeah, power infrastructure is huge.
I love that card. Power infrastructure can flip games because you get net positive credits in a turn, you know? Like the way that I look at power infrastructure is usually like a one-turn deal. I look at it like I look at investment loan. If I'm playing the game with power, then sometimes I just need that power to turn into 10 credits in one turn, and then it can go back to being heat the rest of the game. And that little 6 positive credit swing can be just enough to make the plays I need to make and win it.
Bumper sucks.
Yeah, bumper's not great. I agree with that, but
I also agree, but I mean, what else? Use Phasma is fine, but I would
yeah,
buy.
you can take use Chiasma, you can take peroxide power as well if you don't want to play bumper.
Yeah,
It's
but I
reasonable to cut
mean,
those.
all those I would cut then use Kazma, but like it's not great for either of them. It's not important at all.
It's got to be the bumper or AOS. You got to cut one of the two, right?
Yeah,
Or
they have
take
no
a
energy.
Eco Zone. It's
Yeah.
quite good.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the money, and he will develop AI Central. Maybe he even skips AI Central now. I'm not sure.
This is not a game for AI Central. Look at the parameters. It's going way too fast. If he tries to get AI Central down, he loses.
Well,
I'm not.
the parameters are only fast because he's raising heat, which is why power infrastructure was such a big deal, I think.
Yeah, now he should just continue terraforming, maybe even and skip AI Central altogether, because he has an array, right?
An array also doesn't matter so much this game because oxygen's been
I don't know. I think
so high.
I think the inter-array is the better line over AI, to be honest. Given the pace of this game, when you've already started racing and you're kind of winning the race a little bit, I think he's winning the race a little bit. Not hard, but he's winning it. I think you just kind of continue with that path. I think transitioning into AI slows the tempo down, and you probably, if you don't hit great cards, then I think you just lose. I know I made that play yesterday. I skipped AI Central and sat on my hand for 6 generations. I never played it, and I just won a race game.
Well, take the AOS then if you don't want Ironworks, is my opinion.
I'm down with that. Seems reasonable. Zone.
I mean, he has no cash to support his hand, and he wants AI as well. It's like this is very, very hard to evaluate. But he controls the pace of the game, technically, because he has the
Exactly.
biggest rod.
If he
But
really wants to stall it out and slow it down and get the AI down, because he's the one currently in control of the parameters, he can do that. But unfortunately, he doesn't know other people have hands that can develop cards that will then push the parameters themselves. If that mask comes in, he controls no longer his, right?
yeah, but it's not like that. It's costing him, and I mean, it costing him the bumps and the points and everything. Like, it's not about the mass. I think it's about the events we didn't see, and we saw Big S right now, and Anthracite doesn't have anything else to do than race this game, right? So he has nothing in the hand.
Exactly. It's the game situation that I think makes AI very awkward to play in this situation because Anthracite just has nothing to do besides push tempo. Like his hand's not good enough to do anything else. So you got one person who's forced to do it, and then you're trying to slow your own race where you were winning to play AI Central and then give the race away to Anthracite, maybe? Just a little bit of an edge there? I don't know if I like it.
This could have been a completely different game if LambTree went for. He even didn't buy anti-grav, and now anti-grav is almost playable. He skipped on IO mining Gen 2. It was Gen 3, but it was playable. He didn't play beam. He instead played imported hydrogen into conversion for articology, which was fine, but beam then would be perfect sense. And I don't know. And then he has speed twice to get Gardner. He crippled himself a lot, I think. I feel
Yeah,
Benny.
it's a really awkward choice when you're trying to choose between playing Beam or playing something that creates a tempo with a ocean convert kind of type of deal. You know what I mean? Very awkward choice when you're trying to choose Beam or the tempo play.
Yeah, but Beam is tempo play in a sense as well because
It is, exactly.
it-
I'm usually in favor of getting the beam down first because if you don't get it down first, then sure you give up that one generation's worth of tempo, but you gain that generation's worth of tempo back 2 generations later.
Okay, so Benny has a tough choice now in like Outpost or TG. Outpost is better for him. TG better for LambTree, but I mean we know that TG is not even great for LambTree, and Outpost might be good as well because he has Articology, obviously. It's a very hard choice here.
And it's just too late for Molehole to matter. Molehole at this point is a trump card.
Yeah,
for most
Mohol is not
shenanigans.
even a consideration here. I mean, it's TG and Outpost because he's passing it to Saturn with Articology. So both picks are like, both cards are great for Saturn in his opinion. So it's very hard pick. Just gets down to the decision, I think, of Benny and the pace of the game here. Because Benny probably, apart from Oceans, he has all the tools to raise this game. So does he think that TG will matter or not? He decides to cut TG or not. Let's see.
Very difficult draft for him, right? 2 difficult choices in a row.
Yeah, I missed that. Thank you, Willa. I'm not sure that he needs us. I mean, if he evaluated that as a slow game, he should have bought power infrastructure. He picked asteroid over it, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Yeah, for that, I think TG makes sense. But we know, I mean, you can think that at this point, you can think that LambTree skipped on IO, right? Because if he played IO, he plays that this gen. He saw it that he had investment loan as well, so he could play IO like Gen 3. So if he didn't play it, you can think that he doesn't have it. I would be pretty sure about that. But I mean, TG is always hard to pass to Saturn. Obviously, Saturn always, and he played two techs already. So
The fact he hasn't played IO tells you he doesn't have it.
yeah.
So,
That's what I
you
said.
know that
obviously.
you had wife in your opening hand, so I'm not so scared of 2 Jove Molts.
Yeah, even
Yeah, I'm pretty willing to pass them in that situation too myself. Love the commentary, by the way, guys. Thank you, Thread. Thank you, Highlander. You guys are awesome.
Thank you, Jay. Barry likes to think about these decisions so much, and then he almost always makes the choice, which is instinctive choice. In the end, let's see. Yeah. He got to the TG, so this is always happening. I mean, it's fine to think about this. It's a very, very hard thing.
I feel like he usually talks himself into the choice that is probably correct, and he should have just gone with it out of instinct. I feel like he does that quite often.
Yeah.
I don't know how much the research outpost is really going to benefit other people here.
I mean, research outpost might be good. I mean, he doesn't know. We know that LambTree doesn't have any oceans in the hand, right? But research outpost with Arctic algae and with titanium. What if he has, like, if he's waiting for giant ice and ice asteroid? Like, he gets 2 greeneries out of it instantly and gets points, right?
This would be exactly what I would be most worried about, I think, with Research Outpost. The ability to teleport over by the other oceans for the other rebates and then wombo combo it a little bit. I think that would be what would scare me the most.
Yeah, so it is obviously good potentially for LambTree, and I would definitely buy that card. But it's just a problem that he doesn't have oceans. But he's the only one who has card draw at the moment. We all know that Benny might develop
hands. Let us know.
Yeah, we know that Benny might develop AI Central now. So far, Benny had very interesting choices from the start, and like the hardest game in that sense, although the hardest game is Anthracite's game because he had nothing. So, I mean, in that sense, Anthracite's game is the hardest. Benny has lots of options, and he got some options that he didn't see at the beginning. But now he has a difficult choice to choose. Does he go AI central path, or he just rushes the game out? I don't know. And Ray is almost playable as well because he has Ecozone, so he can play another tag.
One more tag, right?
No, he has yeah, he has Nitro Moss as well. He can play it.
All right. Well, it looks like he wants to go the AI route.
Yeah.
I'd have gone Ecozone. I think I'd have given up on the AI here.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure about AI.
There's a nice rebate spot for the Ecozone already.
Anthracite.
I think I'm down for the NRA myself.
Shocking. I love Anthracite. I love him so much. Yeah, shockingly bad. I think it's actually correct. Like, LambTree should think about this. Now he got the second chance to get. He got the second chance to get Planner. He shouldn't miss it. Like, you shouldn't miss this chance. Like, 2 milestones in this type of game, especially now, he doesn't have instant plays. He doesn't have a fund. I wouldn't fund anything against the guy who just played AI Central and still has a full hand. So I also don't see what his research outpost is doing now. Like, you have so many spots available. You can go next to Elbow, you can go on 2 plants next to Noctis, you will have places.
I think he just wants to claim the real estate since it can be
Yeah.
very quickly made unplayable anywhere but the
Yeah,
remote edges.
I know, I understand the reasoning. I just feel it's not good to do it now.
I might have waited one more gen just to see what other people wanted to do first before I figure out where I want it. But that elbow spot to me is always very tempting. I love the 10 rebate.
Yeah, I think if elbow, like if he wants to do it, you go next to elbow because you have access to the upper part of oceans, right? He has a greenery there, so this does nothing in that sense. Okay, he has protected valley as well on the elbow, so he can go down as well. But still, I mean, I don't know. It's better to go down, I think, in this case.
Kind of also protects his own naked greenery, right? At least a little bit. It covers one side of it.
Yeah,
Not the other side,
completely.
though.
Yeah, I agree completely, but I don't think this was a play which is like instant here and should be played. And now he made himself buy another card for planner. He should obviously take. Like he should take planner.
He's playing real fast and loose with it, isn't he?
I can't even follow what is anthracite doing, to be honest. He's playing now. Let's
It's
check it.
probably passing or industrial centering, one of the two.
Yeah, I can't imagine he's got much besides the industrial center activation and pass. I think those are his two options.
Oh, he's not going to activate it. He would do it solely just to claim some ocean rebates against the
Yeah, I
research
think
outposts.
he will go out of research outpost when we get another ocean there.
I
I'm
might
not
even be
sure.
willing to activate it once if I got it down this gen. I don't think I'd activate it anymore, but one time I think might be okay. It pays off at the end of the game by 1 credit, probably.
I think it's. I mean, it's
It's,
four. It's one
it's
credit
meh.
at
It's
most.
meh.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, it's 1 credit at most. It's meh.
Yeah. Okay, Benny passed as well.
Ganymede colony.
Another
GIA
mold.
is huge. GIA is huge.
Yeah, GA is great for LambTree here.
Solar wind power kind of mocking Benny, showing up now after he already got AI Central online.
Yeah. I'm very sad not to see how this game develops after power infrastructure by Benny. I'm very sad because I think it would be completely different.
Yeah, I think Benny would win if he'd gotten power infrastructure.
I mean, he can still win, right?
Yeah, he still can, but it's harder for him to win now,
Yeah.
I think.
He would be the richest, especially after, let's say, not that much blunders, slight misplays by LambTree. I think LambTree had the best setup, completely not broken, but compared to Anthracite as well. I mean, his setup was godlike, right? I mean, this is very tough now. I think Benny, he has AI Central, but I think he still wants Tech Demo, yeah, because it's the best for them, and nothing else matters here. I mean, Electrocat for Anthracite, I guess it's playable, but I don't know if he would bother with that at all. I know I wouldn't. Another good card for LambTree, I think Open City is pretty good for him.
I'm actually not convinced on Open City.
I think it's fine. He has Scalp. He will need another city, very likely. I mean,
Not
okay,
sure I agree.
maybe you don't buy it, I guess, but what else? Like, the other cards don't matter at all. For him, at least. Like, if somebody has insects or an array, like we know that Benny has, but still. Anthracite passed, Electrocat. I would only cut this, not buy it. Does anthracite do network now? I mean, it's okay to do it, I guess. Gives you a bit more options because he looks completely dead now.
How much cash does he have? How big is that stockpile?
He's got 60
Anthracite
mega
has
credits.
60 mega credits, so it's pretty big.
Yeah, I think looking for cards with business network is totally fine. You've got 60 cash. You're literally going nowhere. It feels kind of like you're dead in the water unless you pick up something nice. I'm down.
I think I would pick only business network here. Maybe solar wind power, but I'm not sure about that either.
Solar Wind's a little sketch to me. I don't know what it's doing for him.
It's, I mean, not now, but I mean, he might need the energy, and it's pretty cheap because he has big asteroid and optimal.
God, if I had
I'm not
anything
sure.
in my hand that needed energy, I'm taking it in a heartbeat, right? I don't know if I want to speculate. I don't know if I want to speculate on it for needing one energy though.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd speculate on it at this point.
Yeah, I forgot he has space mirrors, so it's not.
I mean, if he needs the 2 energy for something though, like he draws capital, like he might want it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, you won't speculate on one card in the deck, and I'm not sure capital is even that good.
Yeah, exactly. If it was already in his hand, I think then maybe I consider the soul. But
Barry bought only tech demo. I think it's reasonable. Oh, he
He
bought
bought Noctis Farming.
Noctis. Yeah,
I
Noctis
think
is
Noctis
also
Farming,
reasonable.
it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense completely because he has EcoZone, obviously. Okay, I will have to be right back, and I leave you to entertain the masses.
we are in very capable hands, I'm sure.
Well, there's Planner. It's fine. I don't think it's a misplay, but yeah, that's basically his gen.
not
I
gonna
don't
play,
think he can afford. Can he even afford a turn ice? Yeah, he can.
I don't think so. Just barely right. He can sell
Yeah, I think
cards
he
if he
can
needs
though.
to, yeah.
So
He's got enough.
it's good, but the problem is that you can't get the temperature bonus if you do that. The site's just actually just gonna
Yeah.
take it here.
Indeed.
Alright, so now I would do it. Red Kim's not bad. But last gen play,
So,
probably.
how many power tags are in play?
Not enough that you would ever play Power Grid here. You want to get the NRA
What if power
and EcoZone.
infrastructure was also in play? If the power infrastructure was there.
If the power infrastructure was there, it would be worth considering. It'd be 5
You guys know
production.
me. You guys know me, man. I would be thinking about that card if I had PI in play. I don't think it makes sense, but I would be looking at it and be like, can I squeeze it in? I don't think so, though.
Alright, I would definitely play GIA here. Probably take the 2 plants and the 2 titanium. That's what I'm thinking. Then you convert in the for the 4 MC rebates.
Okay, what happened so far?
Anthracite double SP greenery to get the bonus.
Expected, I guess.
That's it.
LambTree took planner, I guess.
Yeah.
He did it.
I'm calling it. I think that he should GIA in on titanium and 2 plants here, and then convert. Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see if he gets the locations right.
I mean, he will certainly get an ocean next to Noctis, and let's see what's his second choice.
Man, I'm looking at that beam in his hand right now, and I'm like, ugh. I wish I had those 3 credits.
It's not the saddest part. Like, the kit is fine.
Yeah, I just wish I had those 3 credits is all.
What is the second ocean he took?
He took 2 steel instead of 2 titanium.
I don't know.
Alright, that
why.
means he's playing the other card from his hand then. Probably.
Okay, let's
I
switch.
don't think there's any reason to pick up the steel unless you need it for right away.
Anthracite might hit bump here, I guess. I don't see the reason to hold it. He doesn't have the money for optimal into big. He doesn't have the money for big only. Industrial center doesn't have a great spot, so small animals, I guess. If he has a target, which I'm not sure he has at the moment, is the only play. So he skipped the.
Yeah. He is gonna let it fly, yeah, because the river got put down. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this. I don't see what is he getting with it, to be honest.
I think he says he's not gonna get any more value. I think he's given up on trying to get the rebate value because he doesn't expect anyone else to play stuff that's gonna allow a better rebate. So
Yeah,
he's just gonna take the.
Yeah, I agree. It's reasonable, but still, I don't see.
It feels like he's getting 4 cash either way, right? It's just this way it's 2 cash and 2 steel rather than 4 cash and a plant. I might wait for the 4 cash and a plant personally. I don't know.
Yeah, and
I
he
think this.
doesn't have a use for that steel. Also, I don't think it's important for landlord because, I mean, it might be important for landlord, but he has it in the hand already, right? So he can play
Well,
for whatever.
we know anthracite too, so we know he's thinking about both landlord and miner with that play. You know, what's going on, right? Because that's how anthracite thinks. He
Yeah,
thinks
but
ahead
I'm
about
not-
the stuff really early.
I agree, but I'm not sure that that miner is fundable here at all.
Probably not, right? But just in case, he set up. He has blocked the access to the other 2 steel over there and the steel himself, just in case he needs to go that route.
So Benny played Ecozone and Algae.
Yeah, I'm just concerned it's too late.
Yeah, it probably is. He should. I think he should fund Thermalist now and just stop bumping hit. He's way behind. He's not winning by bumping hit.
I just wish that NRA had come down last gen, man. Oof. I feel like he'd be in a decent position.
I mean, it all comes back to power infrastructure, right? He really needed the cash
Right,
to stop
yeah.
getting heat.
It came down to the flip of the power and the net positive cash play. That's why I'm saying, like, when you see power infrastructure, folks, look at it like you do investment loan. Look at it like you do indentured workers. That's the way that I look at that card.
I think he took Asteroid Aspirin. He took Asteroid.
No,
to
he took
take,
lava flows.
I think it was asteroid. He didn't take lava flows.
I'm pretty sure it was lava flows.
But as on then asteroid, yeah, lava flows asteroid was the second card. He didn't buy even lava flows, and then he just played asteroid into heat bump to get the production. But I mean, it's I don't know. I think it was a pretty clear pick, especially if he didn't think that he will play AI Central. Then I guess you want all heat. But even at that stage, you see that you are not winning, right? He's even behind anthracite now.
And if you ever intended to play AI Central, you needed to stop. You needed to pull back on bumping the heat earlier in the game and just withhold some.
Yeah, so if he
Right.
decided back then, I think it was a clear pick. Because now he has no money.
Exactly. In games where I expect I maybe want to transition into more of a mid-range strategy or maybe a slower scaling strategy, I'll pull back on my heat once we get to -20 and not bump the heat for a while and just let heat build up. That's why I do that fairly often, just in case I decide I need to transition out. And if I still win the race, I can just go heap up, heap up, heap up with my saved up heat, and I'm fine.
If LambTree gets Ice Asteroid here, I think the game is over. I'm not sure how Builder is looking at the moment. I know Anthracite has probably 5
I
decks
wouldn't
at
go
least.
that far.
I think I can go that far easily because he's winning by 6 points at Anthracite has nothing in the hand. If he takes another milestone, I think it's over. If Anthracite doesn't take it.
I imagine, yeah, small animal's gonna hit Benny.
Yeah. Benny probably passes now.
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't say that Anthracite has nothing in hand, though. Lake Marineris is quite strong.
Yeah, but he can't get the points LambTree can.
I feel like he has
I'm assuming.
difficulty dictating when he gets to play Lake Marineris right now.
Yeah, but he doesn't have anything else. But I'm just saying, if we assume that LambTree will take the last milestone, which is far-fetched, obviously, I'm just saying that. If he
Oh, this
doesn't,
is so good for Anthracite. He gets the ocean bonus now.
I don't think that Benny will bump. No.
Doesn't matter if Benny bumps or not, Anthracite gets it with
Yeah, because he has
Big
the
Asteroid
Anthracite's got
into
enough cash, he can force it, right? He can force that.
No, he
So,
has the big asteroid, so
yeah.
I would even play optimal now because it's another hit bump.
He already did. He played optimal.
Okay, sorry. Because I'm trying to get to switch views. I'm missing things.
It should telegraph to the rest of the table that he has Big Asteroid or Demos as well, because there's really no other reason for Anthracite with 3 cards in hand to play optimal arrow breaking, right? So you know when he plays it in that situation,
Speaking
he's got
of.
Big Asteroid.
Oh
or he
my
has
god,
Demos.
look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this stuff.
You know that he has one of the two, and now he has both, so he goes one into the other probably.
You're never affording Earth Cat. But can you pass it? I don't
No.
know.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't pass
Benny
that
correctly
to LambTree.
recognizes the problem.
Yeah, but the other
technically
cards
worse
are
than
not.
3 at this stage of the game, guys.
It's not the problem. I mean, the other cards are completely not important, so he can't pass it to the guy with the most cash and card draw. So
And the
guy
same
who is
person
in
he
the
already
late.
passed Research Outpost to as well, so that would give him -3.
I mean, I think you take Deimos here, right?
Yeah, you always take
Though
demons, although
it
it's a
could
bit.
be considered overkill because Benny does have
No, I
3
think
heat
I
bumps.
think he's actually considering. I think he's actually considering taking the nuke zone, going nuke zone into big asteroid to shut off Demos from anyone else, making them pick D to pick, and then he
No,
takes flooding
Deimos
himself.
isn't shut off, right? They could still play it, but Benny wouldn't want to play it since he already has the heat.
Yeah, and the problem with that is he wants Marineris as well. So, like, Demos is just a cut here. Because if he passes it, who he passes to? He passes
He's
to
passing to
Benny.
Benny. I think Benny won't want to play Deimos,
Yeah,
so
so since he passing to Benny and Nuke Zone might make sense more.
Exactly, because Benny's never playing Demos. Benny loses if he plays Demos, right?
Yeah. So 24. It is 24 aspirins, so he can afford.
Yeah,
He
Andrew
can
starts thinking
afford.
about it. Look, keeps
No, no,
looking
no.
at the board because he's looking for the rebate.
And
Calculate
guys,
the
it
rebates
is
for Nuke Zone.
it is ultra straightforward. He can buy and afford Nuke Zone, and he can play big into Marineris. Big is 24, and that's 38. That's 14, and then okay, he can't. You're right. He has 3 cards. He doesn't have anything to sell, but he can play
very
big.
straightforward.
It is
No,
ultra
yeah, he can.
straightforward.
Yeah, he can play. Yeah, but he can play big into.
He could
so
do big
that-
into Lake if that's what he wants to do.
Yeah,
And
he
then the
can.
heat gets raised and he
Who's
can
playing?
play Ice Cat Melting as well.
Yeah, he can
He's
play
been
big into
desperately
Nuke Zone as
trying to
well.
calculate a way where he can also play Nuke Zone after doing Big Asteroid into Lake. He's
No,
been
no, no, he
desperately
can't.
trying to calculate the rebates for that.
He can't if he buys Nuke Zone. He doesn't have enough. Like he has just enough. He wants it.
That should be what he's realizing right now.
So he would have enough if he doesn't need to pay 3 for Nuke Zone. That's what I'm calculating. So he would get enough rebates to play Nuke Zone after that, but he can't buy it. I also forgot that there is protected cabs there, so he doesn't take rebates there, so he must get rebates up, which is worse.
If I had to guess, Anthracite might be trying to calculate if he can get Terraformer at the end of this line.
Well, he gets
Yeah, that was my expectation.
5. It's
I think he's
33.
trying to calculate, can he play all of them with the rebates or take Terraformer with the rebates? And I think that's his choice. I think that's
He
what
has
he's been deciding on.
34
for about
after Big Asteroid. After Big Asteroid, he and Marineris, he has 35. 34, and that's it, and he doesn't have the money.
He gets 3 heat bumps, so that's 32. He gets the ocean bonus, which is 33, and he gets the 2 oceans from Marineris, that's 35.
Yeah, and he can
Right.
fund it.
That's what I'm reading too.
But
That's
he
what I'm
can
seeing
fund
too.
it. Extra Ocean is another
It's
bump. but he can
difficult
fund
to figure out a way to fund, I agree. Which is why
You
he's
can't
probably
fund
thinking
if he
really
takes
hard
the
about
nuke
it.
zone, right?
it. If he
I
takes
think
the
if he
Nuke Zone,
doesn't
he
take
can.
any cards and sells his
'Cause
last
he
one,
could-
he can't, right?
You could consider the nuke zone, assume that Benny would not want to play Deimos to speed up the end of the game, and would just cut it. Then with the nuke zone, he could probably find a way to get Terraformer.
Yeah, but if he buys Nuke Zone, he can play Marineris. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's awkward for
The
sure.
way he has to do Marineris is awkward then, because he has to do the nuke zone into Marineris and avoid Big Asteroid, which is funky.
Yeah, but he has not.
But it does do the
don't have
Terraformer. It allows him to purchase Terraformer, right?
He doesn't have the heat though to get the ocean bonus, right?
Is he
Yes,
short
sir.
the heat?
Yeah,
The
it's only
asteroid
5
doesn't
heat.
work.
He needs optimal to get that.
Yeah.
And he's short from the asteroid. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't work. It doesn't fly with the nuke zone.
Benny's not out of it for Terraformer either. If anthracite's too slow, he can raise the heat 3 times and play NRA. It completes the heat track, which is unfortunate, but he does get Terraformer.
Yeah, but does it do anything for him?
If he raises the heat
I
and
just
plays
told you
NRA,
what
this
it
the
gets
game
him. It
ends
gets
this gen.
Terraformer, but
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, okay, so
Doesn't-
technically he does, but
Doesn't the game also end though? It's so
No.
close to ending.
no,
Just
I
fingers
think
are
that the
close.
oxygen is not high enough that it would go one more gen. I think.
I have 2 greeneries short from ending is what I'm seeing, calculating everyone's hands and expected plays. I think we're 2 greeneries short, so it's very close to ending.
It's 3 greenery shorts at least, because nobody, and we assume that they will play flooding as well. So heat and oceans complete, but 3 greenery short.
Very close.
I don't think that game. I mean, if LambTree is not winning and Benny is not winning, so if after this gen anthracite is winning, like the game is not ending, because anthracite doesn't have the money to SP3 greeneries, right? So we go to gen 10 because they won't end to second place.
Yeah, I don't think they'll make any greeneries if they see the game's ending. That's my expectation.
I don't know. My feeling about this game is that both Benny and LambTree, at least a bit, got anthracite into this game because of their decisions. I'm not saying that it was very hard to evaluate everything they did, and I wouldn't say those were huge mistakes or blunders. But I think how it developed, anthracite, I think, shouldn't have the chance in this game at all, by considering what they have and what they could have played, to be honest.
Well, one of the things about forcing a short game is it allows the more skillful players to let their skill impact the game to a greater degree, right? And I would consider Anthracite probably the most skilled player in this game. So the shorter the game goes, the better Anthracite's calculation skills are, the closer he makes the game by making more efficient choices than the opponent, which lets him get back into it.
Yes, I would agree, but I don't think it matters that much because both
Not
of
that
them are
much,
good
I don't
players.
think. Because he really
Okay.
just doesn't have core.
He took big, so Benny will obviously cut the emotes, and LambTree will be very happy to see flooding, I assume. And I assume he will even play it. Mineral deposit is reasonable here. Nothing else matters. I mean, maybe local heat trapping matters actually. If you pass it to anthracite, but I mean, no, but I mean, I guess he's reasonable
right?
here. If he's thinking and seeing that anthracite has 5 hits, but he, on the other hand, play air breaking, so I think cutting my mineral deposit makes sense here.
Mineral Deposit's a great trump card at the end of games for Miner. Local heat trapping's the more consistent points, but trump cards are nice sometimes.
Yeah, if you consider funding Miner, I feel that mineral deposit is correct. He doesn't have heat to use this. I don't know why you would cut it, to be honest, that much, because anthracite wants heat. And mineral deposit might be good for him. He's snap picking flooding here. I think LambTree consider funding scientist here. And I think I will do it if I was him. He didn't buy flooding, wow. I mean, this card is not even great for him. He doesn't have animals. He doesn't. I wouldn't even bother with.
I think he may be considering the fact that he expects other players to play the oceans out before him. And flooding
Yeah,
is the negative, so it's kind of net neutral
it's not,
instead of
but
positive.
he has kelp in hand. Like, do you
Yeah.
play kelp or not? I mean, I don't understand. I wouldn't even buy imported here. It's not good. It's really not good. You don't have a 1-point animal, and you don't have microbes. You have nothing.
It's a plant conversion, maybe.
He has Arctic algae and kelp, which is now. I mean, it will be playable this gen, but still. Why not play?
Possibility.
Why not play flooding and take the cash out of them? They are so tight on cash. I don't know.
Kind of expect to see a run on award purchases here, maybe to start the generation too.
I don't see what they can fund. Nothing safe.
It's not that nothing's safe. It's more that the game looks like it's tight enough that somebody feels they may need those points if they ever have a chance at winning, and so they may get a little desperate and fund it early. And look, we've got Benny looking at things right now. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that.
I only see LambTree funding anything. Benny shouldn't fund anything here. I mean, he can fund the Thermalist, and Thermalist is a good fund for him because he wins it if he wants longer game, and he should want it with AI and basically with nothing in hand. But it's a problematic. He bought Earth Cat, so I expect then he will fund Thermalist. So this game goes to 10 probably.
Yeah, that was kind of my read on the situation too.
Yeah, he needed to take this, so he would be able to play Marineris as well. I would fund the Thermalist now. Comet as well.
Not the cards you want to see.
Yep.
It's Underground Debts. It's exactly the card you want to see. 1 extra credit. Gotta love it.
I'm talking more about the Comet. Normally a good card, but you don't want to play it here.
Yeah, I know.
And Ben is in a huge trouble. He has 3 points for free, either 8. Yeah. To be honest, I didn't see what he skipped. Okay. Grass. I mean, LambTree really has to think about scientists here, I think. Because it's against anthracite. And he sees the score. He has the score tracker, the only one. So he sees anthracite is against him for so far. So that's 5 points for 8. And now, I mean, now it's obvious, I think. Anthracite has 2 cards in the hand, no card draw, and he's rushing towards the end, so it's obvious. Let's see what Benny will do. Benny might do something here. This is bad. Okay, it's not the bump. So Benny can take 3 bumps and he can play an array to fund Terraformer.
Yep, that is one option. The other option is he funds Thermalist and turtles as much as he can, but I don't know if that's ever doable here.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. The guaranteed points are guaranteed points, right?
I don't think this is worth it now. It's like 2 points at most. I don't know. I don't agree with this play. Landlord? No. He will SP Greenery South. Like, you don't want to compete with him, and he's second at the moment. I think Landlord is really bad.
Yeah.
It's ultra bad. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is just
That
very,
may have
very
just
bad.
king made the game. That might just king make the game here.
Is it king making when you beat yourself?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We need a whole new phrase for that, don't we? We need
Yeah,
like an actual
anthracite.
legitimate phrase.
Anthracite can afford only 2 tiles, I agree, Aspirin, but the problem here is even if you win it, it's only 3 points. And you can win Scientist. Like, you can realistically win Scientist.
I mean, 8 credits for 3 points is fine, but you'd rather spend that 8 credits for a 5-point spread than a
Yeah.
3-point spread. And he's never getting Scientist.
How is Anthracite dead, Aspirin?
If no one claims a milestone, Anthracite's getting another 5 points next gen.
Yeah. Anthracite is not dead anymore. Like, this is very, very low scoring game, ultra low scoring game. But he's not dead because, like, he just needs to end. I'm not sure that Benny will get Terraformer because he must bump hit. Also, another thing which is very interesting, LambTree bought Flooding, and after Anthracite played Big Asteroid, he could take money from him and he wouldn't be able to play Marineris. Of course, he doesn't know that he has Marineris. But I think it was a reasonable fund. A reasonable buy.
Anthracite. It's Anthracite. You have to imagine he has Marineris. Anthracite loves that card.
I mean, you can't imagine if you didn't see it. So, I mean, it's not that card is that highly playable, but you should take the money from him because it's obvious that he's just rushing out the game and that's his only out. So, I think it was completely reasonable.
I think the real king making here comes down to what Benny chooses to do with his heat. If Benny doesn't raise the heat, then I think LambTree wins.
Yeah, I think this game exactly. It comes down to what happens over these remaining 4 heat pumps. What happens with them dictates the outcome.
Yeah, but on the other hand, if you SP the heat out, maybe anthracite is lucky enough to end the game. I mean, I can't imagine that they allow that, but still. I think anthracite wins only if it ends Gen 9. If it ends Gen 10, he doesn't have a chance. Even with Terraformer, anthracite has how many points? He can have 70 points most, I think. They can all score more.
Alright, he's going for it. He's gonna claim Terraformer, which does hurt Anthracite because he's not getting a milestone anymore. But
Yeah, I mean,
it
this
also
is
helps
reasonable.
Anthracite because now he can end the game.
Close the game.
Yeah,
I think this is probably correct though.
yeah, I agree.
I'm gonna guess that the points matter here.
I mean, he should also fund Thermalist as well, still. That helps Anthracite, obviously, as well, because he gets 2 points, although LambTree can get Mask Converter next gen, but then I wouldn't think he would do it. He should have gone for that earlier.
I think I'd play Noctis farming here so that you get a conversion first thing if you're
Yeah.
not gonna claim the milestone.
Yeah, and then the game ends. I don't think anybody is taking conversions here.
Alternatively, you can play Mangrove and then get the conversion next gen as well. That's also fine.
Yeah, but also I'm just saying you can't do that because if the game ends next gen, you lose. Benny loses. He will do it.
Let's be clear. Once he took the heat, the game is ending next gen.
I don't
Yeah.
agree. It doesn't have to end.
Wrong. You're wrong. I'm sorry.
I think I agree with Fred
No.
here. I think
Uh,
doing the heat
guys-
bumps versus the end next gen.
Anthracite
Guys-
has 2 cards in hand. He's going to force an end.
Anthracite has 2 cards in hand and he has 41 cash. He doesn't even have enough to SP 2 greeneries. Like
He gets 6 cash back from the SP Greenery, so
Yeah,
he
he
can't.
does. He
Okay,
gets 6 cash back.
so he can get 2, and the oxygen was 10, and there is 1 more ocean left as well. So anthracite can't end next gen alone. So it is clear that the game is not ending if they don't end it. Like if they don't help him, the game can't
No,
end.
I think once Landlord was funded, it was ending.
I still don't agree, but I mean now it will end probably because they will take their bumps. I just saying that for 5 bumps, Anthracite doesn't have enough money yet, so and they can stalk him out. So Anthracite alone is going out the first. Like he has 2 turns max. That's all.
Yeah.
SP
The
convert.
deal to me was that because the heat track gets completed there, though, there's nothing left to compete over except the O2 bumps, and you need to cut those away from as many people as you can. And Anthracite's position where he's going to be going, they can't cut enough of them, but they should at least want to fight the other ones, each other, for the remaining O2 bumps in the ocean. And we know towing is in one of the players' hands.
Yeah, but the problem with that is Anthracite is like they all see what he will do. He will SP greeneries and that's it. There is nothing else he can do.
Yeah, exactly. That makes it really easy to calculate Anthracite's plays. He either does literally nothing, or he SPs 2 greeneries, right? And that's basically all he's got.
Yeah, the problem is that Anthracite is going to correctly calculate if he just SPs 2 greeneries, he loses, right?
I mean, he loses anyway. He can't win. I mean, he can't win Gen 10 against the guys with 10 cards in the hand, right? I mean,
more than likely, what I expect to see Anthracite do is a standard straight up.
Is what?
Because I think he knows that he can't win, so he'll just do a standard city and fight for the landlord that way.
I could see it. Open City
I
looking
mean,
pretty
maybe
good
he
for
wins.
LambTree here. Can play it with
Yeah, it
the
does.
next to Anthracite's 2 greeneries and get the conversion of your own there.
Yeah.
And then I wonder if there's any way you could then get another conversion with imported nitrogen and greenhouses.
He might, but the problem is he doesn't have the energy.
That's true. Yeah, without the energy, it's not so good. That's a fair point.
And he will get 2 more if nobody hits his plans, and we see nobody has virus so far. With 1 ocean, he will get enough plans to do even SPCT into conversions there. I mean, here only hired raiders is important, I think. If he wants to fund miner, although I don't see it, it's hard to fund miner.
I actually might be with Anthracite on this play. This might be the one situation where you play Tropical Resort.
I was
You have
telling
literally
you
nothing else
hey,
to do.
Trop Resort, good card.
Yeah,
Yeah.
drop sort of good card.
It may be actually legitimately the best thing he can do, given his situation right here, which
Yeah,
is
but the
a
problem
very sad spot to be in, right?
the problem with that is Thermalist might be funded, and the other problem with that is that he's passing Hard Raiders up. So I assume that LambTree will play Hard Raiders on him. So
And if Miner is the fun, then the correct hedge is definitely higher Raiders, right?
yeah,
So he's going to hedge toward Miner. Yeah, he's going to play toward Miner. I knew it.
Yeah,
All right, so something I expect to see Anthracite do here. It's possible Anthracite purchases Miner himself and SP's the greenery on the steel.
He can't because LambTree has 2 production in titanium, so and he has 2 steel as well. Okay, he will steal his steel, but still, it's very risky. I'm not sure.
It's possible. It's possible that's his line.
Yeah, but the other problematic thing that he knows he passed sabotage. So sabotage for and LambTree has it. So
LambTree will definitely sabotage Anthracite if Miner's
yeah,
fun.
and winning miner, then it's just game over. I don't think he can fund miner. That's a huge problem.
Probably thinking about what he can do on those lines. I don't know if it's a good line for him to take. He'll probably reasonably reach the conclusion that it's not good, but it's something he's probably considering when he picks up the higher raiders there.
To win.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So Aspirin is telling that
He knows he passed it.
Because sabotage is a 4 mineral swing if he sabotages steel.
Yes.
And hired raiders.
And he knows, and Anthracite knows that he passed it too. He knows that he passed it and that it got kept.
I think my funding miner is just. I mean, okay, you can do anything else. You
Miner
can
is what he has to do to have a chance at second, right? He can't
Yeah,
just
but-
SP into a chance at first. If he SPs, he gets second.
Yeah, I agree, but in a sense, that's like, in LambTree won't display that. Like, it's so obvious.
Oh, but LambTree's going first, or going
Yeah.
before Anthracite, and they'll use a steal on Marty.
Yeah, then it's even worse because then Anthracite doesn't have a target to steal his steal,
Yeah.
and
He can
then
steal
he
from
obviously.
Doorgate.
Oh no, yeah, he can nick Benny's steal.
Yeah, he can, but still he gets sabotaged, and then LambTree is first. Either way, it's
No,
first.
he's not.
It is.
No, he's not.
It is.
You're like
LambTree
count.
would have
Count
6
all the things.
titanium. Anthracite would have 6 titanium and like 3
Anthracite will-
steel.
Yeah.
Where does Anthracite?
I don't think he goes for anything here, guys. I think he's preparing himself in case Miner ends up being his only legitimate line of play. I don't think he's actually doing anything. But preparing himself for that
Competition
if he thinks it's his own way.
LambTree seems to be last.
LambTree seems to be last.
Or am I reading this wrong?
You're
No,
reading it wrong.
LambTree is winning this game like 90% at this stage. LambTree is leading by 5 at the moment against Anthracite.
Oh right, okay.
All right, Thermal
That's
is
the
funded.
problem.
That helps Anthracite.
Yeah.
2 free points that somebody else gives you. You'll take it. Or 3 free points. Yeah, 3 free points. Love it.
3.
How 3? 2.
I don't know. I can't count.
You
I
get
just
2
woke up.
free.
Actually, you were the last game I watched before I went to bed, Skylar.
Oh,
Finally got some sleep after
Wow.
a 24-hour.
how much sleep?
Yeah,
did you
24-hour
get?
stream
You
session.
must have slept for fucking 15 hours or something.
Nah, I woke up about 8. I got in a real fast, quick game, and then this one was up, so I came over here to watch.
Like, I'm on a different time zone to you. When did you go to bed?
My time, it would have been about 8 o'clock, right after you finished your game.
Oh, right.
Right
So,
after that.
A
And I
solid.
woke up about an hour. Yeah, and I woke up about an hour and a half ago.
LambTree just saw that he didn't have to convert right away, like I said, so he thinks that was a mistake, and I think this
Virus
a
is out
mistake as
there.
well.
I'm not convinced that you wouldn't have to convert immediately.
I think this is a mistake as well.
Virus is the one card he's fading though. He knows all the other plant hate's already out, right? So Virus is the one he's fading. Every other card's been seen.
This is a 4-point play though, fine, but still, I mean, he's playing like the game will end.
I think important nitrogen makes complete sense here.
I mean, if I'm LambTree, I'm looking for ways to force end because I have a lead, right?
Yeah, you
That's
He has
just what you
14
do.
cards.
Try and
Yeah,
force
but
end with the lead.
it's not completely correct because he has the most cards in the hand, and anthracite has nothing, and he can lose against anthracite here.
Maybe. If he can figure out a way and calculate it properly and know that he can't possibly lose, then you just end and win while you have
Yeah,
lead.
but in
But he
the
has to be
other hand,
precise with that.
I agree, but on the other hand, you can see that if he thinks that the game is ending anyway, you should take your points. So this is completely correct in that way.
An interesting thing has just occurred. If
Which-
anthracite raids LambTree's steel, he can fund miner and Benny will come second.
Benny won't come second because LambTree has.
Because LambTree sabotages, so it won't work. You might try it, but it won't work.
Wait, what? He'll like
LambTree could sabotage Benny instead of him.
Oh, right.
Anthracite.
Yeah, and Benny, that's 2 points play. It doesn't matter if you take
Yeah.
less
Sure.
resources. It's important that you get 2 points.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure that's good for anthracite if the game doesn't end. So he needs to make sure the game ends and that he can fund miner, which means SPing 1 greenery and then funding miner.
Surely ice cap melting is always played. So just like
No, that could end the game.
I don't think he might play
Anthracite
that.
does not want to play that because if
right.
Benny then plays his
Yeah.
greenery, then it's easy for LambTree to SP and that's it.
Exactly. So he's holding that card to make sure that the situation's right. And if it's not right, he can't play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but guys, I mean, what else he can do than pray? Can we imagine anthracite winning Gen 10? Like, in any scenario?
Anthracite can't win. He's going to do what I said at the start. He's going to do literally nothing. He'll do zilch, zip, nada. He'll do nothing.
So anthracite can score 4 points next gen. That's it. Max.
I'm still on anthracite standarding a city right here. I kind of feel like that's what he's going to do.
I think SPing greenery is more sense because it is still 2 points. And
SPing greeneries again ends the game. It ends the game. That's what you have to understand. Anthracite cannot make any progress towards ending the game because he loses.
Yeah.
He loses anyway. I'm
But he's
not
not going to go into second either. He's going to play to win.
There's like some 5% chance.
He doesn't know. There is no 5% chance. This is his 5% chance to win. This is the only chance he gets. That's it. And hoping they will misplay. That's all. He's dead next gen. He knows it. But I mean, he's not winning here anyway, so yeah, he says game is hopeless.
Yeah, it's pretty hopeless. Now all that has to happen is SP Greenery, Ocean from LambTree, and the game ends.
Oh, he did go with the greenery, didn't he? I came back from the
Yeah,
bathroom
he
and there's some
did.
extra greenery.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
he gave it up, is what he said in chat.
He said the game is
And the
off.
spot where, and then the spot where he would have had a 3-point city did in fact.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because it doesn't give him the game. So.
No, I can't win a game. Like, there's no way he can win next gen, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's no shot.
Yeah.
He's nothing in hand to win it, right? So
I give props to
maybe
him because he got close this type of game.
Yeah.
It's very,
Yeah.
very hard.
probably
He's
correct just
close.
to end it and keep the margin as close as possible. Then you know what I mean?
So he hit Saturn and the scores change. Now anthracite is 1 point behind. But LambTree can hit Benny and that's it. Benny doesn't have a greenery yet.
Yeah, now it's just selling off everything one by one.
Yeah, probably.
All right. Well, it looks like this one's about to wrap up. I'm gonna host one, and we'll see if I can find an opponent. I'll keep watching this one until I get one.
Wonder how many events have been played. If Media Archives is going to be worth it here.
I think it's barely worth it, probably. There should be 10 events played, but I'm not sure.
It should be it's net positive cash right now, but not barely net positive cash versus when he bought it. When you include the 3 for purchase, it's barely net positive. I don't think enough events got played for it to be very much.
Everyone's so poor in this game.
Yeah, this was a rough game for everyone but Saturn, I would say. Selling one
If only
card.
that power infrastructure. Yeah, I'm with Highlander on that. I think I want to see how the game goes if he does the power infrastructure line. I don't think it's that much different, but I think it would have helped. All right, I got an opponent. I'm going to move over to regular eaters and put mine up for people.
Oh, he found life. Oh, that's huge.
Oh my god, is it possible? Does he win now?
He's ahead by 2 right now.
No way. I mean, LambTree should have it anyway, right?
He should, but he has to be more accurate now.
Yeah.
Because sabotaging Benny gets him 2 points, and SPing the ocean gets him another point, so he'd win. But he has to be accurate. He cannot just SP an ocean and win anymore.
He can because he takes minor as well.
Only if he sabotages. That's what I'm saying. He has to sabotage the correct opponent here.
Yeah, I mean, he will. It's pretty obvious. Well, we got drama at least.
Oh man, LambTree, sell your stuff faster. If you're gonna think this long on the obvious things like mass converter and beam, it's gonna be a long time here.
This is the point where you put the replay on ×2 speed.
Yeah, but I think Benny is also dead, right? He can do anything. I feel this game shouldn't be this close, but I mean it's nice that it was played out like this, in a sense, because we got a tight game at least. Although the scores are horrendous, but still, I mean, considering what they had and what they played towards, it's fine. Except for LambTree to some extent, because he had better options than this, obviously. But on the other hand, like if we see that he got 2 milestones, it is a success for his playstyle, because this game was really, really short. And he got award at 8, so he was efficient at that. In a
I think you
sense,
sell Open City now. Now that Great Dam, it would have to be played for it. It's just too expensive to end here.
I would still end.
I would end, but I would sell Great Open City is what I'm saying. It's too expensive.
So if you have SP, you can get. Yeah, he has to SP Ocean. That's a problem as well. But SP Ocean and
SP Ocean and
Greenhouse.
Bushes gets him another greenery.
No,
So I think
SP Ocean and Greenhouses. I think it gets him another.
Greenhouses might also get it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's better than Bushes.
Greenhouses is just 2 plants though. It's pretty little. And
Yeah,
I think
but Ocean is 3. Ocean is 3 for him because he has algae. Right?
sure, but you have to take into account birds or fish hitting you, right?
Yeah, sure. But I mean, he should be able to stall out Benny, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a question. I agree. I mean, he can sell many cards from this hand.
Yeah, he should.
Everything
He needs
is
to hurry
funded.
it up.
He doesn't have to. It's fine.
It's fine. You can play that.
I mean, it's fine, but I mean, you should end and win.
He wants to be safe. He doesn't know what Benny could have.
I agree, but he should also take a look at his hand and considering Benny's hand and how many cards he has, so he can lose to Benny next gen. I would consider that. this flooding, like, I still don't understand why he didn't take flooding. It was so good for him. Like, if he had flooding now, the game is done.
I think you can sell grass pretty safely.
I agree.
Just play bushes if you need to get the plants. Just play LambTree. You got 11 minutes.
So, for anybody interested in watching a butt whooping, my opponent dropped Earth 1 Catapult, Gen 2, AI Central Center.
Let's focus on this
And
game for a
quantum.
second,
Yeah,
Jay.
sorry, Jay. Just it is developing. So the game ends now. So at the moment, it seems that LambTree is banking on the fact that Penny can't flip this game out, and the sabotage will give him second
Sabotage
minor.
gives him 2 points. Bushes gives him 3 points, I believe.
Yeah, so he doesn't have the access to minerals. Benny has, but on the other hand, it's only one mineral if Benny gets it. So it's a draw, and it doesn't matter then because Benny can't flip.
Pretty obvious it's steal, I think.
Yeah.
He thinks cash. I think cash is okay, but now it's harder because you're missing 2 free points, basically. Just play, man. You have 9 minutes or so. Just stop explaining your thought process and just play. Yeah, I don't agree on the money though. I think this is a mistake.
No, that's a huge mistake. I mean, taking minerals is 2 points. I mean, sure, it's reasonable, but still, like,
It's reasonable, yeah.
yeah, ecosystems. I understand LambTree's. Yeah, so he's right, but only sabotaging his steal is 4 points, right?
Yes, assuming
So
he can't get more steel.
yeah, he can get one more steal, but then he loses more points, so he's technically at least 3 points. So sabotage is 3 points versus bet. So I mean,
I would not sell research. That might be one you could play here, truthfully. It's basically 8 for a point. Yeah, I agree with the anthracite. So probably Bush's rover construction is the best he can do here.
bushes makes him safe from birds,
Yeah.
so it's
No, don't sell rover construction.
So let's consider he has 16 cash, so he might play bushes into greenhouses, into COs, so he thinks he might get 2, but he can't get 2, right? It is 10, 13. He is 1 plan short, so
Yeah, he messed up selling rover construction. He should have sold gene repair. He can't afford
yeah,
it.
yeah, I agree.
Well, actually, that's not true. Assuming Benny does not play fish, then he could do greenhouses,
Yeah,
gene
greenhouses is
repair.
then better. Yeah, greenhouses gene repair is better.
And I don't think Benny can afford fish here and play advanced ecosystems.
Yeah, also another thing, greenhouses also make him safe from birds.
How?
because it is 3. 3 plus 6 is 9.
Where's the third
Not
city?
from birds, from fish. Sorry. So he will have 9 plants.
What?
From birds.
What are you talking about? He should have sold that instead of playing it. Because he gets another greenery, so it was pointless there.
Yeah, there is 2 cities. Sorry, you're right. Yeah, so he messed up.
Can you say that you messed up if you also mess up?
I'm seeing restricted area as a city here. So
Okay. So yeah, greenhouses, junior pear is now the correct play. You can't afford fish in any circumstances, so your plants are safe.
So let's see.
LambTree wins.
Yeah, so some things made this game closer, but didn't flip.
Let's hear it
The
for the
first
Search
place.
for Life, getting anthracite second place though.
Yeah. It was a fun game, although it was low scoring, but it was
I would call it a
fun
bit of a
game.
train wreck, all things considered, given how bad these scores were. But
Yeah,
when you
sure,
play
but-
against better opponents, you do tend to have lower scores since they cut all the good cards from you.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, but I'm just saying it was a tense game. Certain tense, should we say like that? And we disagreed on several things, what they will do and everything. Although I think that overall it was fairly well played by all, considering the circumstances. It was painful, Villa. Yeah, it was painful watching Anthracite's hand, I guess, and what he had to do.
Yeah, well played the anthracite for keeping it as close as it was. I don't think the AI Central should have been played, Benny. I think at that point it was too little too late, and I think the power infrastructure was a huge mistake. If you'd taken that, I think you could have won this game.
Yeah, I agree. And we didn't like some early decisions by LambTree. I think that Beam, and when you skip Beam, IO was okay.
Yeah, skipping IO and Beam just made no sense to SP Greeneries of all things.
Yeah.
Do you remember what I took over
Lava flows.
Lava flows.
over power infrastructure?
Lava
Okay.
flows when you didn't buy it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was probably wrong. Yeah.
I was just afraid that if I would play Beam, or if I would take IO and play IO, I wouldn't get Garden. And I thought the game would even go like Gen 8 because of all the heat. So that's why I didn't take. I thought IO would be just too slow. And I think I would have lost if I took IO. And I think I would have lost if I didn't take Garden, I think I would have lost as well.
I
You'd have gotten
don't.
Planner pretty easily though.
Yeah. I don't think you would lose. The thing was that you were expecting Anthracite to go there, but the thing was that he passed twice, and even with this play, he could have taken it, right, if he wanted, because he had 60 cash the gen before when you had only one greenery and passed. So next gen, you decided to SP another greenery, and then next gen get you got Valley, right, to get Gardener, barely. Like Anthracite could have flipped Gardener if he wanted even gen before, so that was the point. And obviously with Articology in hand, so we know you didn't have Oceans at the time, but with Articology spending 40 cash on the SP greeneries, I don't see it's good, but I mean it worked. The game was very short, and
The first SP greenery was I just miscalculated my cash completely, so that one was not good. But then since I had done the SP greenery, I felt like I had to.
yeah, you basically pushed yourself towards that you had to do it. So it's.
I think you just skip Gardener.
Yeah, I think so too. LambTree, I mean, you had so many. You didn't even buy Earthcat. Like you had two pretty good options.
Electrocat.
No, Earthcat, not Earthcat, Antigrav. So I mean, you didn't have enough. So I'm just saying about the options. I think it was correct.
Yeah,
No, it was correct.
Yeah.
It was completely correct. I'm just saying what happened in the game, that if you thought about Landlord, and I saw you were thinking about that so for so long, and it wasn't that. I mean, you won it, and it was good in the end. But if you took other routes, you are good on Thermalist as well with Mass. You are good on Miner as well. You are also good on everything, right? And they can fund anything. So in a longer game, I think you still have the power to win this. Benny had AI Central and he had good cards, but he didn't have the money to play them, so that was the problem. Anthracite kept this game really close, like in a sense. We thought that Anthracite, like, what is he doing in the game?
Yeah, when your best card is business contacts, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not his fault, right? And even early drafts gave some good cards to him, but not for him, right? He just cut cards from you, so that was really sad. Yeah, for Benny, we thought about inventories, but I'm fine with this. You should. I mean, it is gambling. What else you would do? Basically, you have the same amount of tags. Maybe you have more because GG is earlier, but this is fine hedge if you don't get a science card soon enough. On the other hand, you draw
Benny,
3 cards.
the argument here is that you don't bother with Fusion Power. Fusion Power is not the card you buy, you skip it.
Yeah. And GG is then earlier. So GG would be
and you're
actually
now looking for one science tag, same as you were with Thorgate as well, to get AI Central down. The downside is you don't have a power. But you have Giant Space Mirror, right? So I'd still do the Giant Space Mirror. And yeah, the problem is that all your power is going to heat, and that's not conducive to an AI Central game. You were almost bailed out once with Physics Complex. Anthracite cut that from you, but that'd have been the perfect card. And then you had a second chance with Power Infrastructure, but you chose to cut Lava Flows, which I understand. You didn't want to allow other people to take the heat track and speed up the game outside your control, but I think it was just a card that you had to have to play AI Central effectively.
Yeah, and then when you decided to play AI Central, we argued that it is better to even skip it because you had plans, although, I mean, it is not that valuable at that stage of the game. Because
both lines were kind of not that good due to all the SP greeneries and the pace of the game due to the heat that your power generated.
Yeah.
I think I can win this game the way it went Gen 10, actually. I think probably I win it then, but Gen 9
I agree. I think you could have won Gen 10.
You could, but I mean, LambTree has some cards in the hand, like you have the same amount of cards. You have more points, but LambTree also has card draw, we don't know, right? Although the outs for LambTree are not there technically because...
I think if the game was looking to go to Gen 10, I win every time with Marshu and Predators. Like, I don't think it's close.
Maybe you're right.
Maybe.
Like a lot of points and a lot of cards. I had
Benny
like 5
had a lot of points in hand too.
Yeah, Benny had lots of points.
He sold Large Convoy, he sold his fish.
He doesn't
Yeah.
have the class I have, and there will be a 4-point swing in minor because I will probably be getting minor. Like,
Yeah,
in
that's true as
Gen 10,
well. I agree with
because I
that.
had sabotage. So I
But
think I was winning Gen 10 probably. I don't know the cards, but like,
can you tell us why you didn't buy flooding? Because I was shocked. Because you can even choose to hit Benny or Anthracite. Obviously, you're hitting Anthracite after he played Big Asteroid on you, and then Anthracite has to go out of the gen. He doesn't have enough money for SP Greenery, which you might expect, although he played, obviously, Marineris, which is better. And you didn't see it, so you can't anticipate it, but I don't know why you didn't take it. Because you have more plants, and then you can maybe even convert starting next gen as well, and convert earlier. Like it doesn't necessarily mean conversion, but it's still a good card, and you hit them and moves
yeah,
towards.
it was in the second to last. Or was it in the
Yeah,
last?
it was Gen 8, yeah, and it was your pick, and you picked, and you didn't buy it. I was
Yeah, I picked it
interested
because
why.
I didn't want them to flood me,
Mhm.
but I wasn't. Yeah, I
Yeah,
just
you
didn't
could.
really think about it. I thought about them playing it, but I didn't. For some reason, I just didn't think about it playing it myself, which would have been the same. Like,
Yeah, but you could
yeah,
hit Anthracite. Anthracite had the green
yeah. I should have taken it. I thought like if they see it, they're gonna take it and play it. So
Okay,
what?
so you didn't
With the same
concern
reasoning,
that,
I
yeah,
should have taken it. Yeah, I just didn't
yeah,
think about it.
yeah, because if he doesn't take your plants, it's even a conversion because it's three plants, right? So you can convert out of it. So I think it was good, but I mean it's fine not to take it, I guess. Physics complex, I think it's even Gen 2. And Benny, I mean Anthracite obviously pick it and passed a good card. It was maybe
Yeah.
even mining area, maybe, I'm not sure.
No, it wasn't mining area. That was the beam play. He passed mining area and beam to Benny. Benny took mining area and passed beam to
Okay,
LambTree.
yeah. I don't remember what it was, but it was also a good card. But obviously, physics is very good for Benny there, and he takes it.
Yeah, Anthracite definitely had to not take a good card for him to cut the physics complex, which was
Yeah,
correct.
I mean, before that, he cut Strip Mine from Benny as well.
Yeah,
I don't know
certainly.
if Benny would play it. I mean, you play it because it's Gen 2, why not, right? Maybe,
He didn't
I
have
don't
the
know.
money.
Yeah, he didn't have the money at that point, but I mean, it's also a good card for somebody who has so much.
Oh, ecosystems. That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah,
Selfish.
ecosystems. Yeah, ecosystems. Yeah, obviously it can be good for Benny as well. Yeah, so Anthracite technically got the strongest packs, but horrible for him. Every card was just bad. And the others got one good card most of the game. So it was really unfortunate. He took Nuke Zone.
What was in the pack with Research Outpost?
With Research Outpost.
AI Central.
No, AI Central was in Benny's opening 10.
With Research Outpost, I think it was Demos, right?
No, it wasn't Deimos.
Big asteroid.
It was Big Asteroid.
Big Asteroid and TG, I believe, were the two.
Yeah, Big Asteroid and TG. Yeah. So Benny decided to cut TG from you and give you Outpost, which is reasonable. Okay, guys, I'm ending the stream on Twitch. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. You will be able to rewatch, and see you soon. And we can talk more here if you want. Yeah, I mean.